Welcome to our pay-per-view special. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Thomas & Mack Center just off the Vegas Strip for our main event. 10 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors. Gonzales' ring walk, he just exudes confidence, carrying himself like a champion. George Foreman's making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Gonzales. His adversary, fighting out of the red corner, Big George Foreman.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway.
Teddy, I assume many times in your career, you were instructing a fighter that was going to face a fighter who just had the longer reach, flat out had it. What did you tell him? What did you try to cement in his head leading up to that fight?
You know, sometimes you get caught up when you're fighting a fighter with those great, outstanding physical attributes like tallness and height, reach advantage. You start to think that only one way is the way to go. You got to force yourself to work your way in. I remind myself and I remind my fighter that you can step out and make the taller man give up his height. Walk him into traps.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. You can see that eye starting to swell up. Do you think it takes time for guys to realize the damage that they've taken on?
You know what? They feel it right away. They feel something, and it starts getting a little higher. They see it a little bit. Something that wasn't there before.
Both these guys obviously hopeful that their cut men will be up to the task tonight. What does it take to be a great cut?
There he goes! He goes down from that headshot. Somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Gonzales. Good block by Fast. 10 seconds to go in this round. Gonzales has got to feel great right now. He just scored a knockdown. Now he's got all this confidence that could carry him through.
Yeah, he has to watch. He doesn't get careless, so he has plenty of confidence. If he walks in a little reckless now, that confidence could go right down the drain.
George Foreman. Oh, and there you go. George Foreman stunned, and he is hurt. Big headshot puts him down. He goes down, and there is still plenty of time remaining in this round. He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Gonzales' defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Halfway through round number 2. Well-placed counter punch by Fast. Tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, he gets caught.
Gonzales is now showing us something that could have a great impact on this fight, Teddy, and that's his ability to counter.
Yeah, he's mixing it up a little bit. We know he can lead, we know he can get off first, but now this dimension, serving him well.
Gonzales is coming off a round where he scored big. He scored the knockdown. I suppose right now he's got to think to himself, Teddy, how did I do that, and how can I do that again?
He should think that to himself. That's what his corner's there for, to remind him. You know how you did it? Do it again.
For himself, and it's a left hand. Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Oh, George Foreman stunned and staggered. George Foreman's like a piece of Velcro against his opponent recently here. It seems like he's clinching more after that knockdown.
Yeah, that's exactly what he has to do right now. Now he has to be able to just get past this little bit. It's kind of like being those waterfalls. You better be in a canoe. You better be in something. This is his canoe. This is his raft.
– 10 seconds to go in this third round. Lands the counter as we come to the end of the round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. George Foreman's in a tough spot here, and I think his opponent probably knows it, Teddy, don't you? I mean, he's got to realize that his work rate has been tailing off ever since he got to him.
Well, that's the problem. That's why his opponent's getting more confident. You never allow, you know, what's that old saying? Never let the other guy know you're sweating. Well, never let the other fighter know that you're hurt or you're not right, that you're not sure of yourself. He's allowed him to know that, and he's using that knowledge against him right now.
'Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes the guy is making a silent agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what had come back at him.
Gonzales is doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body. And maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
And that's the end of round 4. Gonzales is in complete control. Teddy, way ahead on the scorecards every which way, isn't he?
Yeah, every which way, and especially the most important way, I think, is that the fight is in his kind of pace. It's a fast-paced fight. It's an outside fight. It's exactly what he wants, not only to be ahead, which we think he is, but to stay ahead.
Holy cow! Gonzales is absorbing a left hand. Well, he's got the attitude, something's got to stick. He fires off the combination, and they both do. George Foreman's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such... Halfway through this round, Gonzales is staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside. Gonzales' strategy coming in was to land a lot of jabs. Teddy, you got to grade him out with an A here.
Maybe even an A+, Joe. That plus is the right hand. Once the jab has been there, bang, the right hand came just when it was supposed to. Give him an A+.
What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. Excellent counterpunch by Fast. Took a shot, now he gives a left. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
A little defense turns to offense by Fast. I know it's good to throw a lot of punches, but it's better to do what we're seeing out of him right now, and that's land when you throw.
Yeah, he's making everything count. He's putting everything out there for a purpose, placing punches beautifully.
Oh, George Foreman's been stunned.
To throw some punches here.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back under him. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Nice block by Fast. Nice, crisp 1-2 combination by Big. Well-placed counterpunch by Fast. Foreman's getting caught with headshots. But Teddy, to me this is pretty simple. Move your head.
Otherwise, the other guy will. And he's been moving his head for him all night.
Brought me to an end.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Well-targeted double jab by Fast. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Good combination to the body. George Foreman's got to find a way to protect that eye. The cut has worsened, and if it gets any worse, you got to think this fight is coming to an end immediately.
Well, what's going to matter is when the doctor finally gets caught up and looks at it is, Joe, not how bad the cut looks or even how graphic it is to the fans out there, but where it's at. The doctor will look to see whether or not it's the kind of cut that if it gets worse, it could actually be physically damaging to his career.
Good block there by Fast. Gonzales is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. Gonzales has got a way of just getting away from that punch. George Foreman's just not himself, and he hasn't been for quite some time. Now, I know he got rocked earlier in this fight. You think that's got anything to do with it?
You know, I think physically he's overcome it, but mentally that's lingering on. His confidence has not come back. His legs are there, but not his mind.
What a good counterpunch by Big. Turns over the hook after turning away his opponent's shot. Gonzales is in control here. You can just look at this fight for 10 seconds and you've seen everything you need to see because there hasn't been a moment where it hasn't been his fight.
Yeah, you know, you talk about those sins. A lot of times people say there's 7 virtues, there's 7 sins out there. One of the sins that you hear about is greed. That's the only thing that could beat him right now, is if he gets greedy.
He has found his groove with this right hand. Teddy, I guess they wanted it. Look at this action going right out there, wasting no time.
No, these guys are impatient. They couldn't wait to get at each other.
Foreman dismisses that with a block. Good block by Fast. Oh, a razor-sharp hook to the head by Gonzales. Why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Foreman's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Gonzales. Wow! Gonzales is stunned and staggered. Foreman's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow
He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
and round 8 comes to an end. Gonzales is coasting his way towards a victory here. That round comes to an end, and yet another round that you got to mark down on your scorecard for him.
Yeah, the only way he loses now is if he's a glutton. You know those guys, you've seen them, Joe, they're on our crew. They stay at the table too long. They don't know when to push away from the table, you know? Well, he's got to push away from the table right now. If he does that, hey, this is in the bank.
Not able to land the uppercut. Foreman's whiffing there. A big, wide, sweeping shot. I mean, perfect to counter against.
Yes, it is, and you know it's only a matter of time. You know, that goes into the old computer, the old brain, where the guy remembers that, and the next time he's going to capitalize on it.
Double jab by Fast. George Foreman's now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like standing out in a rainstorm with an umbrella, and all of a sudden the wind's coming, and the rain's coming from the side, and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covering up. The punches are coming from the side. They're coming from all angles. You're going to get wet.
You're not always protected. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Gonzales' movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
George Foreman's eye is an absolute mess. That cut is really a major issue. Now, if you're his opponent, it's got to be the primary target, right?
Yeah, in a way, but you don't want to get...
Oh! George Foreman's almost out of it there. He was stunned. A little defense turns to offense. He goes down. He has so much time now, he's going to be forced to survive. So big George Foreman able to get up after that knockdown, and now a real challenge in front of him.
Now the challenge right now is really the opposite of any challenge that he's ever faced before. Usually the challenge is how to get rid of a guy. You know, how to put his big paws on a guy. Now he has to find a way to survive.
Able to dismiss it. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by George Foreman. Well-placed counter punch by Big. I think it has come to that point. He's behind on the cards. He's just got to be. He's going to take a knockout to win this?
Yeah, I think so, and it's going to take a certain kind of attitude or strategy, a change in strategy. You go into the fights, you don't look for a knockout. You're looking to use your jab, you're looking to set up punches, you're looking to go rounds. Right now, he's got to find a way to get a knockout. Look for one punch. One big punch right now.
Wow! Gonzales is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. And for the official judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring.
For the fight, a unanimous decision. Your winner, Gonzales.
Gonzales is your winner by a unanimous decision.
And that was a surprise right there. Coming into this fight, we thought we'd see maybe a knockout. But no, we wound up getting a strategic fight.
Thanks for being with us, everybody.